What's up, everybody? Today we're going to be talking about that plane crash in Toronto, Canada that will happen today. Please like, comment, subscribe below. Let's get into it.
It's a typical flight from Minneapolis to Toronto.
So, the guy that we're listening to on the CNN interview, his name is John Nelson. He's the guy that recorded that viral video that's going around the internet today that everybody's watching. Basically, he just said that it was a typical day when arriving into Canada.
And we were coming in, and I did notice that,
John Nelson is basically recollecting the events that took place in this interview. And now he's gonna break it down for us what went down and how they got out. Let's listen to what he has to say.
the winds were super gusty.
The winds being super gusty is already a red flag. When I travel and the wind is blowing like crazy, I get scared.
The snow had kind of blown over
The snow kind of blow over. That's red flag number 2.
the runways.
Is he saying that there was snow on the runway? Because shouldn't they be cleaning that up before the planes land?
And so coming in, it just,
At this point of the interview, it kind of seems like he's getting emotional. I don't blame him. It's a very traumatic experience. I hope Buddy is going to be all right.
it was routine.
So John is saying that it was a routine flight. I guess it was like a last minute kind of situation that caused the collision.
But it was noticeable that the runways were kind of in a weird condition.
If the runways were in a bad condition or a sketchy condition, I wouldn't really call it a routine flight. I would say it was suspicious because the airport has a duty to its passengers and to all of its clients to make sure the runway is safe and the airports and airplanes are all working effectively.
And when we hit, it was just a super hard, I hit the ground.
The plane hit the ground super hard. I've been in a couple of plane flights that did the same thing. I know how it is. It's brutal. It's not fun. So I can empathize. That must have been one of the reasons that the plane ended up flipping was because of the hard landing.
And the plane went sideways, and
So he's saying that the plane went sideways before it ended up on its back. Very scary. I'm glad everybody is okay.
believe we skidded on our side and then flipped over on our back.
So yeah, he just said skidded on the side and then flipped over on the back. For such a massive collision, from what it sounds like, I am very surprised and yet very thankful everybody was safe and everybody's okay.
Where we ended up, there was a big fireball at this left side of the plane.
If I looked out the window and I saw a fireball, I would think it's game over. So I can understand how these guys are feeling. Probably a lot of trauma, a lot of flashbacks, a lot of bad memories. Hopefully, they'll be able to recover and not think about it too much as time goes on.
And when we got finished, it was I was upside down.
Landing upside down and being upside down, I could understand it probably made them super nauseous as the blood was flowing into their head. I would be frantic and anxious to get the heck out of there, so I'm sure that they were feeling the exact same way.
Everybody else was there as well. Thankfully, everybody was okay.
We second that. What Buddy just said. We're glad everybody's okay. Super traumatic. Let's keep listening.
But we tried to get out of there as quickly as possible.
Exactly right. Get the heck out of Dodge. No reason to be on that plane any longer.
And then shortly thereafter, I got done filming the video. There was another explosion, but luckily the firefighters got out of there.
Another explosion once they were outside of the plane and stopped recording. Sounds like it was a massive crash, multiple fireballs and explosions. It's a miracle that everybody's okay, and I'm glad that they are. Hopefully, there will not be that many plane crashes that have been going on these days. I hope that kind of slows down and we figure out what the heck is going on, because it's too many people's lives at risk, and we don't want to see any extra people dying for no reasons, for malfunctions, for bad weather. We gotta have this figured out, and hopefully it becomes a preventable situation.
They were there quickly, it sounds like.
Yeah.
So this is the last clip that I'm gonna show of this interview. Basically, they're saying that the firefighters were there quickly. So for me, the last thing I want to say in this clip is I want to thank the firefighters for all that they do. Thank the medics, the EMTs, thank the police officers, and yeah, thanks for keeping us safe. Please like and subscribe. Help a brother out. Let's get the ball rolling.